Hey YouTube, Ark here. Nice to meet you, or welcome back. I haven't made a video in a while. I have too much stuff to talk about, and yet at the same time don't know what to make. So, either way, I am doing a hair update because I have not made a hair update in a while, and my hair is a lot longer than it was when I did my last big old-fashioned chop, which is very exciting, because it's actually like feeling pretty okay right now. Like, you know, it looks crummy. It's in a, you know, like a braid that I put in last night before I slept, but it's probably the healthiest it's ever been in my entire life. So I'm going to walk through what it's been through and what I'm doing. But I need to make another coffee first, it seems. Be right back. Good to go. All right, so hair. Yes, I have some of it, at least. For starters, I have very fair, sparse, thin blonde hair, at least compared to literally every single other person in my family that happens to have been blessed by the Garden of Eden follicles. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how I'm the only one. Only reason why it kind of looks like I have hair is because literally all of it is forward and it's a little drier down here, so it's poofier. But then when you look up here, it's very thin. My part is wide, and it's not very fun. It's not very fun. Mind you, it's a little thicker than it used to be. It did used to be worse, but I've also been fairly consistent with oiling, and my diet has absolutely gotten better. Not that my diet was terrible before, but I eat a lot more steak. It's been good. Lots and lots of leafy greens. I just recently started adding pumpkin seeds to my diet, so we'll see how that goes. Basically just having a handful of them after I eat in the evening. There's all sorts of good stuff in there. Look at that. That's not good. It's not my favorite thing. I usually start with my brush sideways, like this, so I just get these end pieces in, just in case it snags on something, because usually if the snag is tight enough that it can't just be brushed through, it will go up the smooth wooden and just come right off. Sorry, I can't speak, apparently. But yeah, that's basically it. So if I hear or feel it go up and over, then I know what area I need to target. Yeah, like see, like there's a little knot right here. And just a little bit at a time, just work that through. Sometimes you gotta pull them out hair by hair, but that one wasn't so bad. When you have hair like mine, you have to work as hard as possible to protect every single strand. I have about 5 million flyaways. Half my hair I think is broken off, but I'm not giving up yet. We'll see. So I haven't had a trim in about a year now. I got a little trim about a month before I got married last year, which was at the end of May. So at the beginning of May I got a trim. So I haven't had my hair touched by a professional in over a year now, because it's like mid-May. So, well, I got it styled on my wedding day, but you know, I haven't had it cut. So it's doing kind of all right. Even then, they told me that my ends were really good, even though at that point, it had been almost a year. So I'm thinking I can maybe push it another year. So like maybe next year I'll get it trimmed. If they find any damage, like very, very minimal. Like it's not that bad. You know, it could be better for sure, but for a year, of no cuts or trims. It's not the worst. It could be way worse, so I'm pretty happy with that. So now that I got it more brushed through, let me just get this back a little. Be prepared to see scalp on the back because I can't see. So my hair has grown a lot, I think. I'm happy with it, you know? So you can see it's down to about here now. I'm content with the speed in which it's growing. You know, it's got all right-ish movement, but it's also greasy. You'll see again when I actually properly wash it and show you like the finished result. So I brush my hair crazy and then I oil it. I only oil it maybe like, you know, once, maybe twice a week, depending on how my scalp is. My scalp has gotten a lot healthier than it used to be. Let me see, I'm trying to show you my scalp. It's not that bad. Like, there's generally a couple red spots. It's usually the slightest bit irritated, but it's not so bad today, and it's not itchy, which is really nice. So I'm happy with that. So anyways, these are the oils that I use, at least two of them. I've got a pumpkin seed oil and a rosemary oil. I really like these. All right, so usually I go in with the pumpkin seed oil first. This will be fun. This lid, there we go. Can be very interesting too. You gotta be careful because these droppers aren't always the best. So honestly, I'm gonna just kind of use I really should have just brought another mirror over here. I'm just gonna like drop it on top. Bald anyways, so it's already going directly on my scalp. I do like 3. I can feel it coming down the front. Ugh. I'm usually much better at this when I'm in the bathroom when I have a mirror. So, since my hair is like brushed through, I'm not as worried about my hands catching on it. So now that my hair and scalp has the pumpkin seed oil on it, I go in with the rosemary oil. Clean these bottles after. Usually I wash my hands in between, but because I'm in my bedroom being irresponsible, so I just kind of dribble a little bit on it. This stuff can be kind of intense, so I don't use too much. Watch him just drop it in my eye. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna use like a tiny bit more, but like closer to the back of my head. See, when you feel it drop on your scalp, you know you're doing it right. Or you have no hair. So I just use a little bit. I massage it in, spread it around, because my scalp is pretty thoroughly oily. If anything, my own sebum could honestly be used as a carrier oil because I just produce so much of that stuff. So I just massage this oil in, and then the nice thing about the oil is you really do get like a nice head massage, and it really stimulates circulation. Lots of little circular motions, but small, because if you make really big circular motions, you tend to catch a lot more hair in it, and you're way more likely to get it caught and then rip hair out. So you want to do really, really small circles. Like don't move while you're doing the circle. Like move the skin like this, and then shift. So you're still just going straight through the hair like that, but you're still getting the motion of moving around your scalp. You know what I mean? Am I bad at explaining things? I don't know, you tell me. Either way. And eventually you get good enough that you could do it at like relatively good pace without totally messing up your hair. I've gotten really good at not ripping my own hair out. A lot of practice. So, there we go. My hair is saturated. I am only going to let it sit for maybe 45 minutes before I shower. I used to do it overnight, but I feel like that just irritated my scalp. So I am I've shortened it. Normally I would leave it for a few hours, but I have stuff to do today, and I figure 45 minutes is better than no oil at all. So I will be back in 45-ish minutes, and we will go over the shower. All right, some time has gone by. Snake is fed. Video is watched. Time passed. It's time to shower. So I'm going to show you guys the shampoo and conditioner that I use, these guys. However, there's also the black bottle, the biotin extra strength one. I only use that when I like oil my hair. So what I'll do is I'll go in with this shampoo, and then I, massage it in real nice. I leave it in for a minute or so, and then I'll rinse it out, and then I use the black bottle and I do the same thing. Leave it in for a little bit, because you always have to double shampoo when you oil your hair, otherwise you're not going to get it all out. At least double. I mean, when I tried using castor oil, I needed 3 shampoos, and even then sometimes it's still just like stuck to me. So, and then of course conditioner on my ends. So go in, use these, and then afterwards I usually, I moisturize my face, and then I spray this rosemary rice water hairspray. Bless you. And focus, please, please. There we go. Use this fun stuff. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I've noticed anything major from using it, but I'm using it for now, and it doesn't seem to be hurting me, so I don't know. Can't promise you that this is going to help a bunch. I've definitely noticed a difference with the shampoo and conditioner though. I used to use Kalia. It worked really well for a while, but then after a few years of using it, my hair, I don't know, maybe like getting older, my skin and my hair changed a little, and it just kind of wasn't doing what I wanted it to. My hair felt a lot floppier, and my skin was getting more irritated using it. So I don't know if it was necessarily just my skin changing as I age, or if I developed some sort of sensitivity to it. I don't know if that's going to happen with this shampoo and conditioner too. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I just know I wasn't enjoying using it. All right, I'm back out of the shower, all dressed. I usually like to wait at least like 10-15 minutes before I actually apply the oil, just so my hair isn't like super wet. I like to let my hair air dry, but I figured I'd also wait to do this. So just do a little bit of this, give it a little shake, and then it goes, and I just do 2 little spritzes, because I know that like if you use too much stuff with rice water, it can like be too much, is it protein? Like the buildup? But I like to massage that into my scalp, just kind of up along here. And it kind of helps break up the roots a little with this motion. So let's see, I've done a little bit of this, done a little bit of that. Kind of helps break apart the roots a little, so they're not all stringy like that, which I would deal with. Now, what I do, I go in with the Olaplex number 7 bonding oil. Can you see? There you go, that one. Yeah, this lasts forever, because I don't have a whole lot in the way of hair, and if you use too much, then your hair's freaking nasty. So I just stick out my palm and I go boop, boop, just 2 little globs. I used to only be able to use like 1 little glob. I just get my hands nice and saturated, and I just go in, and honestly, like I'll kind of spread it around at first, just kind of coating little bits, making sure I get close to the ends. But in general, I just have it on my hands, and I just slowly work through and finger detangle my hair very gently, tiny little section at a time. I usually just like have a YouTube video going or something while I do this. because then I can like take my time and just have some baloney going on in the background, you know, just keep me a little distracted. And usually I will take about 10 or so minutes to do this. Like it might sound insane to like go through all of your hairs, but when you don't have an awful lot of hairs, it's really not that bad. If you just very delicately pull them apart, then it's, you know, it's pretty all right. So I just take my time, pull it down, and then as you're working through it, you know, the oils end up getting moved all throughout your hair, and you just very gently break apart. Very, very gentle. Have to be super gentle. Like, I've gotten a lot better at being super gentle and getting it done at like a decent enough pace. Because if you use your hands to detangle, you can really feel like tension forming, and you're much more likely to stop before you get any breakage. Of course it can happen, especially with wet hair, but I like to do this before it gets dry, just simply so that it doesn't dry like this mess. But like if you get these little sections here that has like a straight part, you just slowly pull them apart. Be very gentle. It can be time consuming, but your hair is worth it. And I mean, the main thing that's going to grow out your hair is time and care. And if you have hair like mine, where it's very thin and you don't have a lot of it, if you want to grow your hair long, you have to do stuff like this. Maybe not necessarily the same routine that I do, because what I do might not work for you. This is just what I do. But if anything out of this routine, you know, seems appealing or like it might be able to help, which I hope it will, otherwise, sorry. But yeah, this is just stuff that us longer haired girlies have to go through. And my hair's not even long yet. Yeah, I just spend a little bit of time, I just work through it. And now that most of the oil is worked off of my hands, like, yeah, see, there's like a few hairs that do come out. Like, there's still a little bit of oil. So I like to mostly focus that on the ends, you know, which does inevitably pull the loosies out. We got another one. Happens. But I try to be gentle. But no matter how gentle you are, there will be hairs that come out. It's funny, I remember people saying like, oh, you lose 100 hairs a day. And I'm like, if I lost 100 hairs a day, I would be like actually bald. So this is pretty much it. Obviously it's still wet, but even in this little bit of time, like you can tell it's already dried a bunch. Just in that little bit of time, getting a little bit of air through it. All right, my hair is basically, for the most part, dry, except for just a little bit of sweat at the back of my neck because I've been cooking and the kitchen is hot. But anyways, to continue, I'll try to not ramble on for too long because I know how long I can tangent for. But usually what I do is after I comb it with this comb, because I just leave it in my pants pocket, and whenever I wash my hair, it's usually because I'm going out. So honestly, I usually get to where I'm going, and then by the time I get there, my hair is dry, and then I brush my hair while I'm out, and then I don't have to worry as much about it being windswept. And similar concept to the other brush, I will tilt this upwards and brush down so that in case it does snag on anything, I did finger detangle it again, because you know you gotta do that a lot. Just if you're gonna finger detangle a lot, make sure you wash your hands before you do it, because you don't want to get any nasty hand sweat and grease and stuff on your hair, especially after you just washed it. All right, so it's pretty much as good as it's going to get, but you know, I don't like to like style my hair or do anything fancy with it. It can't hold a curl to save my life. Mind you, I haven't tried doing like overnight curlers, but at the same time, I know what I'm like. I'm lazy. So I just, like, this is good enough, right? I feel like I've taken relatively good care of it, considering I am also a little lazy. But like, yeah, the ends, they're not that bad. They're really not that bad. Okay, so I'll show you like a from behind kind of view so you can see. I don't know if you can see my scalp still. Usually you can, because I don't have an awful lot of hair. But what can you do? So this is it. There's my hair. It's just sort of chilling, doing its thing. I will say I'm very happy with the progress I've made on my hair in the last couple of years. I feel like I've actually put time towards it, you know? And I feel like I can feel the results. But again, this is like 2 years of actually caring about it. I've already come to the conclusion that it's okay if I'm bald, and if anything helps me get a little bit more hair here, I'll be really happy. But it's not the end of the world. It's just hair. So yeah, like I enjoy taking care of my hair, and I like making it look presentable enough. But at the end of the day, it's okay if you have thin hair. Whenever I'm out in the wild and I see somebody with thin hair, I don't look at them and I go, ugh, you know? It's like, hell yeah, another person out here rocking it, right? Thank you for watching. If you've watched all the way to this point, congratulations. I have no idea how long this video is. Too long. But, you know, I guess comment the word rosemary if you made it all the way to here, so that I know that you watched the whole thing. Because, you know, I don't know, that's what YouTubers do, right? I'm curious. I'm curious to see how many people actually watched the whole thing. You know, many blessings to you and your firstborn. And, yeah, if you have any questions, or if you want to tell me about your hair stuff, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to chat about it. It'd be good. You know, if you want to see more of this, if you have any other video ideas that you want to give me, if there's something you're curious about, you want to know, by all means, let me know. I'll see if I can make it work. I do have a few ideas running through my head. I just have to, like, do it. Like, all these gosh darn comics back here. I want to start doing, videos about them, because I'm obsessed with comics quite a bit. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I will make that happen. I got ideas, but let me know if you care. All right, I'm gonna go before I, you know, don't shut up. Okay. Bye.